everyone, and welcome back to our nutrition seminar. I'm joined again by the lovely Jo, and
Hi.
today we're going to be talking about connective tissue and collagen, which is a topic I really don't know a huge amount about. I know that as we get older, we're quite often marketed collagen products. So why don't we start off with talking about, well, what actually is collagen and what does it do?
So collagen's a structural protein and it's found in the tendons, ligaments, and cartilage, but it's not the same as our normal protein for muscle building. It more supports connective tissue health when combined with appropriate loading and vitamin C as well.
Okay, so what you're saying is that when we have a collagen product, like say something that we put into our smoothie, we shouldn't be counting the collagen in there as like adding to our protein intake for the day.
It depends. You can add it towards your protein intake, but just be mindful you're not getting all the essential amino acids. So normally when we have protein, say like a protein shake, it'll be all 20 of the essential amino acids that the body doesn't make by itself, which is why it's important that we are having whole protein sources. But collagen itself will be high in proline, glycine, lysine, and arginine. So still really important amino acids.
Yes, that makes sense. And collagen, if I'm correct, will come from an animal
Yep.
source. Is there a certain animal source that you think is more beneficial, or is it more a case of that you're looking for the total amount of collagen that might be in that?
More your bovine, more your cow collagen's
Okay.
probably better.
Interesting. And why isn't it necessarily a replacement for protein?
Because it doesn't, so it's still a protein.
Yep.
But it just won't have all the whole, like all the amino
Gotcha.
acids.
Yeah, which you
in
answered
it.
just before.
Yeah, but it's like, when you've got like say like a vegan protein source, it's kind of similar to that. So it counts towards, but it's a little harder to make up.
Okay. And does the timing of when you have that collagen, is it important?
Depends why you're taking it. So if you're taking it for more, I guess, things like hair, skin, and nails, doesn't really matter whenever you can remember. If you're taking it to help rehab, because it does have some benefits for training, you want to be taking it about an hour prior to training.
Okay, that's interesting. Is there a certain reason why it might be marketed more to have like first thing in the morning? Or do you think it's just a case that it's like a habit stack?
Habit stacking, I would say. It's like creatine, like it doesn't really matter what time you take it as long as you're taking it consistency. But if you're taking it for more like that rehab purpose, so say like you've got a knee injury and you want like something a little bit extra to help the repair, taking it prior to training will help. Similar to like if you're taking like a pre-workout or a caffeine supplement prior to training.
And you mentioned vitamin C before. Is there a reason why it's more beneficial to have it with vitamin C?
Yes, so the vitamin C will help it absorb into the body because it's needed as one of the enzymes for collagen production.
Okay, it's a good one. So, because I mean, I guess like keeping in mind that not everything that we eat gets absorbed. So we're really trying to optimize the amount in which our body's actually absorbing
Yeah,
the time that we're having it.
it's like iron. Sometimes things need a little bit of a helper to help the body utilize it.
Yeah, that makes sense. And is there certain populations that it might be more beneficial to?
I'd say if you're older, definitely probably more beneficial because we tend to get more aches and pains as we're older. And anyone that is kind of in the rehab stage of training at the moment, definitely beneficial.
Okay. Nice one. And so is there a certain, when we're looking at our supplements, because I know that there is probably 1,000 million trillion collagen supplements out there. Not all of them might be great, but what might we be looking for if we're looking for a good one?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So probably looking for something that's quite limited in terms of the ingredients, just so that it doesn't have any fillers or nasties in it. And something that's got vitamin C as well is also a really good thing to keep an eye out for. If you find one that's good and it doesn't, just make sure you're pairing it with a food source. So like an orange, a mandarin, fruit, vegetables, things like that.
Okay. And is there a certain quantity of collagen that might be like, per scoop or per however it's measured?
So 5 to 25 grams with 50 milligrams of vitamin C.
Yeah.
Slightly smaller for the collagen, but then a higher dose of vitamin.
Well, that's very, very helpful. Hopefully you guys have walked away with some new wisdom gems when it comes to collagen. And this could be something that might be really beneficial to add to your supplement regime.